Alright, we are back in Victoria and we are playing Japan. Victoria 3, the new released game from Paradox. We are playing Japan, and last episode we kind of had our colonization efforts here a little stymied because our military wasn't that strong. The reason it wasn't that strong was because we needed convoys to fully supply them, which we did not realize that. So convoys break the supply lines and make it so you can go. We had all of our ports set to anchorages, so we had no convoys. And once we kicked that up, we were able to take them out. Now we are colonizing down here. This is one of the last places that doesn't have malaria, although we do have the regular quinine, or we didn't research quinine. We were in the middle of it while we were taking Caleb's, and then they broke out in resistance, and so we just got them anyways, and so we didn't need it. After this finishes, I don't know of any colonies in the planet that are worthwhile that don't have malaria. You gotta zoom in to click on the, like, this place has the desert, which I guess we could settle, but I think we're gonna be settling the Congo after we finish La Plata. So nice little colonial empire, pretty good for Japan, I think, because we have a large population, which is what determines how big your colony, or how fast your colonies grow. For today, what we're going to be doing is we are about to finish mechanical tools, and we want to start industrializing and getting railways down. And so we are going to need to kick up our industry for making steel. And to do that, we're going to be wanting to switch to steel tools. So, we can build gold mines. Well, hello there. I haven't built a gold mine before, so we'll just see what it does. And then, I think we want more coal mines. Don't want to build in Hokkaido. Sakhalin. Okay, I guess we'll be building here. And we have already kind of a big construction queue that we need to clear anyways. We're gonna need another government administration soon. We kind of queued those up too early. But the coal mines are so we can start working on the steel. Now, I don't know where we want to put the steel. I would want to put it in Kansai, but we are having problems with our infrastructure. Actually, maybe we will put it in Kansai anyways, because we're going to have railroads soon. How much does this use? 3 infrastructure per level. Currently we have an edict increasing our infrastructure there, but we won't be needing it once we have a railroad there. I guess we can build the steel mills somewhere else and then build engines there. They're motoring there. We'll go for Chubu. And then we'll build the motor industry of Kansai. Which is going to use, I think, a lot of steel, so we might not be building that immediately. We might kick it down to the bottom of the queue. Let's see. What market is? Japanese here. I don't think this is an issue, because... Oh, it will be an issue when people flock here for gold, so we will actually put an anchorage port at the top here. And we got mechanical tools. We don't have steel yet. Let's take a quick look at the tech. So, we unlock precision tools for manufacturers, which we're going to check out. And then sulfite pumping for paper mills. Another one we want to change over, because then the paper mills will be owned by the Industrialists rather than the petite bourgeoisie. But we are going to research railways for now. But we are going to have to... Can we make sulfur mines? We can. Okay. don't think we'll need a ton of them to switch the paper over, but we'll just do one actually for now. And let's take a look at what goods are expensive in our market. Still the Mana Wars. We don't care that much though. There are 0 buy orders, so there's just a shortage, so we are not having to support our navy, but our navy is also useless, which is fine. Line go burr. Literacy rate's been increasing slightly. We want to get to running a surplus, but I think it's going to be a hot minute before we are. Now we're going to need the government admin soon, so we're going to kick it up to the top. It's having some bureaucratic troubles. If you're having bureaucratic troubles, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, and bureaucracy is among them. I think meat comes down in price because we build another shipyard. Iron's going up in price. That's good because we're going to be building some iron soon. I guess we can... I didn't realize it was so low though, so we can kick this down to the bottom. Probably kick a food industry down as well. And I want to see what this gold mine is all about. Because I have not seen these before. Well, we're going to use the atmospheric pump. And if this just gives us a bunch of... How much can we build up in Hokkaido still? A lot. So, if this gives us a lot of gold, we will just crank it up to max. The gold mine. We'll actually put it above the sulfur mine. I think it's probably more important. Lead is increasing in price. Standard of living is kind of holding steady. We want to increase it to decrease radicals, which will make passing laws easier. We're still not going to take a crack at abolishing serfdom yet. That's kind of a long-term goal. If the military was stronger, maybe we could go for a dedicated police force. Maybe we should go for it. The problem is, man, I really want to have more endorsement when passing it, then it's going to be painful passing the law. And right now we are just kind of peacefully and mellowly getting rid of the power of the Shogunate. You know, by empowering the Industrialists and the Intelligentsia, who are now... the Intelligentsia is now notably moving out the Buddhist monks. Maybe we can go for total separation, because this only pisses off the Buddhist monks. And then we will be able to greatly empower the Intelligentsia, although we can't do public schools because serfdom prevents it, I think. Or private schools. Let's see. Oh, private schools are not disallowed. Okay, so we're going to put the Intelligentsia in government. If we take the samurai out, more legitimate, we are going to radicalize some people. It's not too many, but it hurts. But we don't want the Intelligentsia in the government anyways. And then, now we get a bunch more options in terms of laws we can pass. I don't think we want to write any of this. So autocracy. Landed voting. Would decrease the strength of the aristocrats. We're kind of liking all this extra authority though, but if we do that, well, that's not, so what we really want is like census suffrage, but we're never going to get that through. But if we get through landed voting, we can decrease, their power considerably. National supremacy, not sure what laws are best here. They don't really affect the power of the shogunate though. Now what we can do is we can try to get the Buddhist monks out of power. Get National Guard passed. And we could just try and pass private schools. Buddhist monks don't like it. Yeah, let's go for private schools. And now we're gonna need a ton of bureaucratic administration. The struggle is real. We will not need it absolutely immediately, but soon. And when this finishes, we are going to switch to sulfite paper. Okay, so now we need to up. We're going to take this, go to buildings. I thought the port was there. We're going to turn on the port in a couple places. Maybe we'll just leave it on. Cargo port. Not shipyards. I know we have a port here. We're turning on the port to get access to the convoys, which we will need to support our military. Going. I think we're just gonna send all of it. Because mobilizing does not cause us extra right now, because they are currently not using any weapons. Alright, sulfur mine finished. So now we have to create a demand for sulfur. We're going to go in here. We have some paperies. And we're going to switch the method. Notice, right now, current ownership is in merchant guilds. When we switch it, it's going to go to... It's going to cost money, but sulfur production should come back up, and it's going to make it into privately owned, because we need the industrialists stronger. Okay, now we are noticeably getting a nice surplus immediately following the production of that gold mine, so we're going to crank these out. Alright, put this at the top because it's almost done. We're fine with the minority getting suppressed. We're not fine with taking away one of our taxes. So France has begun colonizing the Congo. Tragic. Oh, and we can also colonize somewhere else since we have an uprising. Oh, why can't we establish there? Okay. I'm confused, but that's fine. We're gonna put one of these guys on this other front. I didn't realize there was two. Alright. Sulfur is way up in price. I think that the sulfur mine is still in play. I'm looking for people to employ it, and so it will come back down. We'll watch it though to make sure. And this should drop. as employment increases. Yes. I think we have to wait for Monday. Sulfur's barely dropping. So... will it drop more? Yeah, it is dropping more. Okay. Perfect. We will need to do more sulfur stuff. And once we do more sulfur, we can switch over all of our paper making. So... going to see how the war in La Plata is looking. It's looking pretty good. It should be over really quick. And if these gold mines are super... I think these gold mines are going to get cranked up pretty high, so we're going to look to switch the construction centers back to iron frame buildings. Not in the capital, though. So iron's going to start getting real expensive. It's a good thing we have iron mines in the queue. I think they can go above the coal mines here. And we're going to have a bureaucratic shortfall. Oop. So we're going to take a look, and I think we still have the malice. Insufficient government taxation, yeah. So what we're going to do is build a couple of government admins. In some places. Not in Kansai because we don't have a lot of room left. Oop. Love to pass per capita taxation, or actually maybe not per capita, yeah, per capita taxation would be great. It's nice that we're bringing down the price of paper with the different production method as well. Gonna need more. This should be all about over. So this is how it should have been on the other island, but we did not have the convoys. Luckily, the samurai are super happy with us anyway, so we can afford to make them men. The reason they're happy is because we're paying them a lot, but a lot of a little is not a big deal. Since we wound down the army and then we moved up the amount we were paying them, they're gonna be happy, so they're gonna help us do stuff. Hopefully these two government admins will be enough for when we finish enacting private schools. Let's actually kick one down, because I don't think we're very close to enacting the private schools. It's only a 15% chance. I know we've had, you know, god tier rolls, but expensive military goods. We know about that. Tools are expensive now. But once we get to iron, we're going to switch over to iron, or to steel tools once we get to steel. So we're going to not build any tooling industries. Instead, we're going to try and change our production method. Let's take a look. How are you feeling about us right now? Good. Let's see. Who else might we be concerned about? I guess Great Britain. Because now we share a thing. I see. So we're going to declare an interest in South Africa and then settle that now. Access in Araucania, which I think is here. They do have gold fields, they have a port. We can switch this to a cargo port. And I think we had a port over here that we could switch back from a cargo port, and then we'd still be able to support our military. I think it was this one. They can't even employ it anyways, so we'll switch to an anchorage. Let's solve the problem. Kanto is having problems. Now, do we have anything else cute in Kanto? We do not, so we will not add anything in Kanto. We need to get these railroads up. Cape Colony's improving relations, that means we've arrived here. And we can settle it. Oh, no. Where can we establish a colony, though? I don't understand. Where's the thing? La Plata? Okay, I guess. Oh, we're currently colonizing it. I thought it converted over. Oh, we're going to when we win the war? We're just automatically moved? We actually could look to decrease the construction industry and then also decrease taxes, maybe. Kind of like to not have radicals. And tools are expensive. I will be pausing this for just a moment. Alright, and I am back, but it's going to take a moment for me to get my bearings. I believe we were trying to industrialize and pass the school system, and we're facing a bureaucratic shortfall. Okay. These gold mines are making us a ton of money. Well, we're going to be doing stuff the Industrialists like. I would like the success chance. Really would like to empower the Intelligentsia. And we don't need to resolve, so we need to resolve this shortfall when we get there. Also, for whatever reason, we are no longer having the... Oh, we must have right-clicked the tooltip, but we, for example, we need more tax capacity there, but we don't have it there, in a lot of places. And so, we're trying to focus our administrations in places that need it the most. Because we are currently, we could do better. Yeah, that's why we're not making a lot off of some of our taxes. I'm not sure if it affects all the taxes. I don't think it affects consumption taxes. And we are starting to make a lot from minting now that we have those places. So, see, the question is we could turn on more. I want to build up our reserves a little bit, but we could turn down the taxes to try and decrease radicalism. Or we could kind of try and build out of it. If we increase the standard of living, we get rid of radicals, so... We have a lot of peasants, though. One of the reasons we're not employing the labor-saving production methods. Or just generally looking to do it less. Yeah, once this first steel mill finishes, we'll switch to steel production of tools, which I think we're about to get. No, we're about to get railways. I guess we can go for canneries next. Kinda don't need military. Not expecting to fight. Could go for romanticism. Just a little extra prestige and unlocks agrarianism, which would be better than what we have. And because maybe we aren't going to get through serfdom early enough. So... we do not need to abolish serfdom to enact agrarianism. Would it have good support now? The Shogunate. Yeah. If we're passing laws, we're going to be passing... If we're passing laws the Shogunate doesn't like, agrarianism is not the one we're looking to do. Not that it would be bad, but... This is really going to tank the Buddhist monks. I think we're going to go secular, so... We could go Shinto. We have, like, journal entries for that. Maybe that's... I don't know. Or kick bureaucratic administration up to the top of the queue. Reason being, we are approaching the tick, and if the tick hits, we will probably need to scramble to resolve this shortfall. If we get lucky. We probably won't, because that's how probability works, but... And this will radicalize this group. Method. It's not like we have a law immediately behind this we are looking to pass. So... I think we'll actually build another uni. So we're not going to go for romanticism because I don't think we want to pass agrarianism immediately. Take a look what we have available down here. The think dialectics lets us invest more in education. That might be worth doing. I think we're gonna go... I think we're gonna go canneries. Because that'll make grain cheaper and increase the standard of living, I think, which will help us get rid of all these radicals. And I think we had problems with infrastructure here, yeah. I think, yeah, we are good relations with him. Probably, I think, do you have an interest? No. Russia is being a little naughty in the Middle East. We could actually kick this government admin back down to the bottom. Oop. We kicked the wrong thing down to the bottom. Oh, we didn't. I'm hallucinating. So once we get the steel up and running, we're going to switch to steel tools, and then we will be ready to get motorization. Now, it consumes 50 steel, and the steel mill makes 50. Okay, so that'll work out pretty well. And then once we have the motor industries, we can build a railroad. We will do it here. Take this up a little bit. That'll work out quite nicely, and then we can switch to industrializing because we currently have the edict that is increasing infrastructure there. I suppose we want to do this because they're having infrastructure problems over there. Going up a little bit, GDP going up, standard of living gone up a pip. What's expensive in our market? I think we had expensive iron. Tools are expensive, but we're about to turn on a better tooling thing, so we don't want to build tooling. Still got expensive sugars. I wish we could build just a pure sugar plantation, but we can't. So maybe we need to switch more of our... Let's look at the price of grain. We will increase the price of grain if we... I guess the price of grain is not super, super low. We'll build a couple more rice farms here. Maybe we had a monument to the Shogun. More prestige, but pops and Kansai. Petit bourgeoisie, let's do that. We don't need no monument to man we are trying to overthrow. We're going to take a look through our production methods. lot of things just happened. We switched to private, or if we switch to market squares everywhere, it seems profitable. We'll do that. Can't do the trains at this point. Don't think we have enough sulfur to enact that. Don't have steel yet, so can't do steel tools. Precision tools on furniture. We'll use more hardwood and more tools. I think we need to get more tools. Tools are expensive before we do that. None of that is okay. Alright, but we have private schools now, so we will need to kick this up to the top of the queue and add another one somewhere. Oop. Lost Japan for a second. Oh, we accidentally canceled one instead of putting it at the bottom. That's not ideal. Well, I think 2 will be enough, maybe? Kind of getting in the way of the steel coming off. That's why our income dropped, because we are inefficiently taxing again. In more ways than one. And the tax waste is particularly bad because it just disappears. It doesn't go to your pops. Like, for example, if your taxes were lower, your pops would be richer and they would be less radical. But this doesn't do that. Expensive goods. Again, it's the tools. But we are going to use steel to get our way out of that. Come on, try to get to 10. I think we're going to need another bureaucratic administration too. Which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. And we're also eating a lot of tools. I think there's a lot of our expense here. Is it? I guess we don't have too much stuff in the tools. We're eating a decent amount of tools. What I think is going to get more expensive. Or we're going to need more hardwood. So, let's... well, we don't want to do it there. I think they're producing hardwood here. They're not. Switch that over when we need to. Services have gone down in price. Might be enough to tick up that. Oh, we're so close to getting the steel and these trains up and running. Choo-choo. And then everything will start going our way, more so. Everything's going pretty well, I think. I do think we kind of have the decision of we could raise taxes to increase construction by a lot, but I think that we're not taxing efficiently anyways. That I think that that's a bad look, and we'll just increase radicalism by a lot. Aggressive tax rate or tax method. I think we'll be good here. And we finished one, so we now have to create a demand for steel. So let's find a place that is making tools that is not our biggest tool maker. Okay. We're going to tell you to make steel tools. Ugh. I think this will equalize. Because There's currently no demand for steel, so steel price is really high, so this will resolve itself. Yeah. And where's our steel industry anyway? That's here. Okay, we're outputting 19. So I think now if we look to switch another one, it's going to say it's going to be profitable. If it's not, it's because hardwood is expensive. Or wait. So we're going to start using a lot less wood. We're going to switch over one of these to hardwood. That's making wood. Because hardwood was expensive. And then now we will switch all the tooling over. When this one finishes, we're going to switch all the tooling over to steel tools. So I only have 5 to roll, so I think this will be able to support it. And we just have just under enough bureaucracy. Come on. Alright, that'll take a little while to adjust. Now, did I see something? I thought I saw something about gold mines being exhausted. I did not, I guess. We will have engines coming up soon. We're gonna add another government administration here. Soon we will have railroads. There will be no demand for these, but that's okay. Because we will soon create a demand. Unless someone wants to consume trains. Politician has died. Who died? Sorry, samurai leader has died. This might be really good for us, or really bad, depending on what. Moderate's okay, we don't want traditionalist. So let's take a look. Dedicated police force would be supported, would be a bit easier to pass. Getting kind of close to abolishing serfdom, looking like a decent one. We could switch to, well, we would want to do appointed bureaucrats, but we don't want to. Buddhist monks have become weak. If we do this, this will empower. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Got a railroad up. Now, there is, of course, no demand for railway stuff at this point, or usage of rails. So we will create a bit of a demand for transportation here. I think. That's what we want to do. Maybe not with that many logging camps. Maybe do it here first. Because now more transportation. I think we're subsidizing the railway anyway. Are we? This creates a demand. Which now it's think I can take off this edict, this decree. And instead encourage manufacturing. Yep. Once the guns finish, we will have... I think we want them to just focus on small arms production. Yeah, no cannons. Just make some muskets. We will create a demand for it. By switching this over to line infantry. Which isn't too expensive, it's going to use the small arms, and we want to have this industry, you know, present. Also, officers are a bit more rich than servicemen. It will empower the samurai a little bit, which is kind of a little bit of a mixed bag, because that disempowers the landowners, but obviously they samurai support a lot of the things that we're trying to get rid of. Enterprise is regularizing. Alright, now we have the sulfur mines coming up. Once those finish, we'll be able to switch all the papers over to the production method that helps the people we like. And everything's kind of coming up. Expensive small arms. That's because there aren't any in production yet. And canneries are almost done. We are gonna not spread intensive agriculture. Play in La Plata. This is actually adjacent to us. No one to work the port, why not? Not enough bureaucrats. Okay. I think that is still ticking up though. Why can't we establish a colony here? We need quinine to even start a colony there. Okay, that's the next thing we're researching. Got it. Okay, so we just finished the canneries tech. We have a shortage of transportation somehow. So we will look in our buildings, go to urban, where we have the canneries. We will find it instead of, yeah, okay, here we go. So this will increase the demand for iron, which is already expensive, decrease the demand for grain, which we want cheap, and increase the demand for fish. Now we actually, I think we have to build more iron mines. Are they in queue? No, they're not. Okay. And now we're starting to suffer from not having railways up, so... Chubu's suffering most, so we'll start with them. So we can now make chemical plants. I don't think we have any fertilizer at the start. Let's take a look at these new production methods. I don't think they make fertilizer. I think that the livestock one does. And so this will make fertilizer, but uses more grain. That's okay. And then we will... What do we want to increase the efficiency of? Not sure yet. Just checking to see if everyone's using these. We will switch over the paper production now. And we have enough sulfur mines, I think, to support it. Lose a little money, make a lot more paper. Also, we'll up standard of living, I think, but... It'll take a while to like have a big effect, but I'm not sure that more construction is more useful than getting rid of radicals and being able to pass the laws we want. We can pass that. Interesting. Getting close here. We will have to put the industrialists in government. I don't think we can put the peasants in government as well. Or take the landowners out of government, because then we won't be legitimate enough. Unless, let's actually take a look. They won't switch that. But they might switch from autocracy, which... This gives a ton of legitimacy from head of state being a government. If we switch to landed voted, which they won't oppose. Instead, you get plus 20 legitimacy, and then you get more from aristocrats, capitalists, clergymen, and officers. No, that doesn't seem like enough to blow a place started. We will declare neutrality here. Russian La Plata interest activated. We will have to try and make sure he is not mad at us. Same with change. Okay. Let's check price of goods. Oh, sugar again creeping up. We want transportation to be expensive also, so we don't mind it. We're building these there. because that way they will not empower the landowners. Alright, how is steel? It's not that expensive. Glass is expensive. We need to find a glass maker that's not making porcelain. Not making it here. I think we want Kyoto for the other industrial efforts, though. Not making... Okay. So Chubu we will expand a little bit. And now I think we can expand steel production. Do we have... I think we set steel tools, did we? Yeah, they're all making steel. Okay, cool. And so let's look at the prices again. Coal. Consumer goods. Or coal and clothes. Okay. Watching this stuff to the road, maybe decrease the speed a little bit. It's going to increase the price of fabric. Standard of living starting to rise again. Lead's gone down in price. Sugar and engines have gone down. We need sugar to drop more, but it's kind of tough because we can't just make straight up sugar plantations. Could up education if we built enough bureaucracy. I think I like that. I think that should be enough. Once the chemical plant finishes, we can start using fertilizer. Also, if we have the fertilizer high, it'll make places less profitable, but they'll output more stuff. So this might be something we want. Because these are owned by aristocrats, so the more profitable it is, the less we like it. So if we switch to soil-enriched farming, for example, we actually make it way more profitable, but we actually want more fruit. So why don't we switch all of our rice farms over, and then hopefully that actually is not efficient. It would be. But we'll get more, we'll only get more grain, it doesn't increase the sugar. We can only use it for those. Yeah, I guess we'll just kick it on. More output's better. I mean, they are making more money, which isn't necessarily what we want, but... What if the one wheat farm actually be a vineyard? Because we don't have access to wine otherwise. Well, we're not going to be changing the segregation stuff anytime soon. Input good shortages. So that's too fast. We need to wait for our chemical plant to finish. Wine increased in price even though we increased the supply because it was not previously present in our market. And radicals are coming down. We love to see it. We have a lot of radicals, so... And we're going to make a lot when we try and change things up with our laws. Why don't we make these guys make more first? Also want more tools. So we can turn on other production methods. We've got a bit of a queue. Wine's just going to be expensive. Engines are cheap, so maybe we will... And I think transportation's expensive. We kind of want it to be expensive, that way we don't have to subsidize. Why don't we build another rail level in Kansai as well? I think we could, yeah, we could switch on cannons, but currently have no cannons. Maybe you want to? I think there's just two arms industries. They don't have very much employment. They're not productive. Okay, so we're gonna make cannons. And then we're gonna turn on cannons for our military. Just so that this is productive. So, because we want to be able to have the industry there for when we need it. Just turn on basic cannon artillery, which isn't too expensive for us. Are having to spend a little bit, but it's just a little bit. Yeah, having the military, getting rid of the military early allows you to have a lot of more construction early, but now we are getting to the point where 1K is just like 3 more construction, or 1.5K. So we're fine with this. And we can always up taxes if we want to make more money. But the taxes aren't very efficient right now either, because we have a lot of tax waste. Which the admins will help us with. Alright, we're going to crank it up to speed 5. When this fertilizer plant finishes, we will switch all these over to soil enriched farming. And then we will put another fertilizer thing at the bottom of our queue. And when that one finishes, we will upgrade the rest. And now we have a demand for fertilizer, which is going to make explosives cheap, which is nice. Because if we look at tech, so first we're getting quinine, but after quinine we can go nitroglycerin, which will allow us to make our mines more efficient. The arms industries in Kansai, just so they can't be stripped from us, basically. as soon as Quinine finishes, we'll be able to start colonizing in here. It looks like the Upper Congo, which is where we wanted, it's already starting to be colonized, but that's okay. The Industrialists are happy with us. We love to see it. Let's look at what the power is looking like. Yep, Shogunate's just kind of trending down. It's at 36%, started at 50%. Everything else is trending up a bit. The Industrialists and the armed forces in particular are happy. Let's see. Oh, we hate. Oh well. We don't mind the Han getting oppressed. It's not like there's a ton of them. Let's look at the monthly market report. I think we want those to be propping, so that's good. Don't mind, we mind coal being expensive, but we don't mind transportation being a little expensive. Deficit's going to start getting bigger once these admins finish. I don't know if we can eat this much. We're going to re-up the taxes. Yeah. Just trying to get out from under it. It increased our standard of living a little bit, just pulling down the radicals, but I think it's going to... Hopefully it levels off and doesn't come back up. And we just kind of get to stay there a little bit. If all these admins finish, we will get more education though, so that's good. I think we want to pay for a little bit more, maybe. It is empowering the Intelligentsia, which we like. I don't think, yeah, we have a school there. And this will help with qualifications as well. Quinine is finished, so now we can start on this colony. We have to use a different... And that's so much faster than when we were doing our Tunis run. Yeah, the really high pop helps us out a lot. And we will go for nitroglycerin, I think. And I don't think we will need... Can we pass the institution? We can. We can go for 2. And continue expanding the bureaucracy. We have some buildings that are about to finish. I think I like that. And we're going to have a shortfall, but we have these government administrations coming up. Probably move the tooling up because it'll take a while for those to finish. And the chemical plants. Huge surplus now. Uh-oh. Disappeared. As makes sense. Isolated state regions. And they have low market access. Probably should just be one information tab for that, but not a big deal. Someone died. Hopefully it was the Shogunate guy. Nope, it was not. We're actually going to retire him. Which make them angry at us, but it'll also serve to decrease their, and I do think we want a second general if we can get him from an IG that we want. Well, that's not quite what we want, so we'll just have just the samurai and be powerful in the military. Don't think they will be opposing us. Running a nice surplus now. Let's look at the price of stuff. Paper might be going up. Silk. They're depleted, but if we make more gold mines, yeah, we can. Just one, I guess. Let's see. Looks like we might be able to afford lowering the tax. The standard of living is holding steady at 10. So maybe we instead turn up production. I'm getting lost a little bit here for my country. So we turn up construction. We will use less iron, or sorry, more iron and more tools. Less fabric and wood. Tooling industry is finishing soon here. So I think that's fine. We are going to need more iron though. Kind of trying to keep it all spread out a little bit. And we will kick one up to the top of the queue. And I think we're going to need more steel to support the additional tools. That should work. Did we decrease the taxes, or are we just hemorrhaging money? We're hemorrhaging money. Why are we spending so much? Oh, because we increased the construction queue. But now we have way more construction. Okay. And steel's the thing that's expensive. As we push down the prices of these things, it'll be good though. Let's see. I think we need another cotton plantation. How powerful the Shogunate is. Intelligentsia is coming up quite nicely. In terms of clout, take a look. We really want to get rid of serfdom, and we're close to even in terms of support, which will be nice. I think, though, that this episode, we'll have to call it here. So far what we've done is we've really expanded the industrialization, and we got railroads going all throughout Japan, which is very nice for expanding stuff. We'll kick the government admin to the top. We're just running a slight deficit. We'll kick this one all the way to the bottom, save the progress. And we recently just passed new laws and institutions. In particular, we're focusing on education. Take a look here. We're getting more strength for the intelligentsia, and this will be, relatively speaking, less strength for the Shogunate when we can do that. We're still looking to mainly... we could actually switch to Mercantilism here. I thought we needed to revoke serfdom to allow this. But we will take a look at this next episode. But what we did this episode is we got private schools, and the Intelligentsia is coming along. We might even go for appointed bureaucrats at some point. It'll help a lot with the tax capacity, but the combination of industrialization and laws, really things are coming along. You know, we're constructing a lot now. We're running a deficit. We're hoping to build out of this. We might not be able to. We'll see. We might have to turn off... Actually, here's what we did. We turned on the construction here, but we're actually going to switch it back. And instead we're going to turn it on here. Which is far fewer. Oh, this is already iron frame. Oh, we turned it on for everything? Okay, we're gonna turn it on here instead. And that should be a bit closer to you. But yeah, so calling it an episode. If you enjoyed, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube algorithm type stuff, and have a good day.